What have we got going on here? Well, I need to create a first birthday card for my nephew, Jack, or Jackson as he's actually called. So what I'm trying to do is mess around with the paper alignment on my Imagewriter 2 so that I can get it to print exactly where it needs to. So let me show you the card I've designed here. I'm using PrintShopDeluxe, I'm sorry, version 1.1.2, and this is for the Macintosh, obviously. And let's take a look at the front of the card. I try to put in a lot of graphics and a lot of color. If it wasn't his first birthday card, or if it wasn't for him, I'd be using my Apple II, which has an older version of PrintShop that doesn't support color. But because I want this to be a special card, I want to have all the color and all the graphics I can possibly cram into it. So let's take a look at the inside, and you can see I've made liberal use of word art and all kinds of different fonts. And naturally, I've got to give credit where credit is due. We're using the G3 Kanga, for those of you who are not familiar with the PowerBook line. The G3 Kanga was the very first G3 laptop and one of the most expensive laptops ever made. This laptop retailed for somewhere around $5,500, I believe, in 1997. Anyway. And the printer we're using, of course, is an Apple Imagewriter 2, which supports color, and I've got the color ribbon installed. So let's print this sucker and see what happens. Okay, I've tried printing this earlier, and I had no luck at all, because the paper alignment was always kind of off. So I've advanced the paper manually a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're sending the document to the printer. Here it goes. It should start right about now. Okay, at least it's starting on the paper this time. At least it looks to be. We're printing this sucker in brilliant color. That doesn't help. Look at that. You see how it pulls the paper back and forth as needed? See? So it makes multiple passes over each line, and I believe it's designed to kind of print in between lines to prevent banding, which would be a serious problem on a printer like this. If you don't know what printer banding is, Google it. It's actually the effect created when you print one line at a time, and those lines never mix together. They always seem to be one line after the other, and it creates an uneven banding. And we're going to compare this to the on-screen graphics to see how accurate the color application is. You know what's very interesting to me is the fact that they made this very printer until about a year before this laptop came out. So if you were buying a G3 laptop, original G3, by the way, it's not only the first laptop with a G3 processor, it's the first Apple with a G3 processor. So it was this was what launched the G3 series processor. So what was I saying? So it's not unlikely that if you had purchased one of these laptops when it was new, that you would have had an Imagewriter mated to it. But more likely, you would be buying a style writer of some kind. Or perhaps one of the many HP printers or Epson printers that actually supported Apple's. Printing the front of the card now. Wow. It's amazing how a brand new ribbon, how vivid the colors can be. The printer that we're printing this on is actually older than the kid's mom. She's 23 years old, my sister. The printer is 26 years old. Yeah, this was made in '89, so about 26 years. Now we're printing the signature on the back of the card and the front of the card at the same time. Thinking, printing. done. And that is how you print a color card on a Imagewriter 2. So anyway, back over to the G3. I haven't really touched this laptop since I upgraded the hard drive. See, the original 6 gig drive had failed, and or it had begun failing. So I yanked it out and popped in a nice little 20 gig drive, and it seems to be working okay. Although I believe you aren't supposed to run a 20 gig drive or bigger. I gotta look into that. I think anything larger than a 20 gig on Mac OS 9 causes problems. What are we running? We're on OS 9.0. So I've got to make sure that I don't have any problems. I think it was like a 10 gigabyte partition limit on OS 9. I'm not really sure. I've got to look into that. But anything bigger than it's either 10 or 20 gig. Anything bigger than one of the two, and you will wind up with file allocation table corruption or something crazy like that. But anyway, so we're done printing our card. I'm going to pop the disc out. I believe the software requires the disc to be inserted, which really blows, but that's life. Let's see if it works without the disc. It might say, please insert CD. No, it didn't ask me. Oh, so it works just like the Windows 3.1 version I have upstairs. It doesn't require the CD. Well, that's good news. I also wanted to check to make sure that my After Dark module loaded okay. No, I have to put the files somewhere else, I think. Yeah, the modules aren't in the right folder. Okay. Good to know. I gotta fix that. So, we'll be doing that. Let's see here. Yeah, After Dark files. That has to be somewhere else. It can't be here. So we're gonna... Oh, undo, undo, undo. I want the whole thing, not just a name. Cut. Oh, I can't cut it. I can only copy it. Yeah, I haven't really set this one up yet. I just now started putting software on it. I just installed Microsoft Office 98. I'm excited about that because I'm going to use it so much, you know. Just kidding. But yeah. What else are you going to do on a rainy day, you know? Just kind of mess around with old software, I guess. I wanted to get that card printed, and I'm glad I did that. I know where it has to be. I believe it actually has to go into the control panels folder. Yeah. Let's see if that works. Boing, boing, done. Now, if I open up Control Panel, it's going to show After Dark files. But if I open up After Dark, oh, there they are. Sweet. Demo. That's down the drain. Okay, enough of that. Hard rain. Demo. Cool. Flying toasters. Gotta have flying toasters. You can turn the sound on that too. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm happy about that. I got my After Dark fixed. I got my print shop working. I got my card made. And now it's time to, I don't know, watch television. What else am I going to do? So thanks for watching, and there'll be more stuff soon. I actually am working on finding a way to connect this printer to a Windows machine just for fun. I have a keyspan adapter. I just don't have the driver for it. I have the Mac driver, but I don't have the Windows driver, so I have to work on that. And little Jack's got his first birthday card from me, so I'll have to fold that up and